So there's no doubt in my mind, probably the toughest period to plan for financially speaking, in my experience as a financial advisor, is when you transition as a couple through that 3Ms period of life, and that's the mortgage, the marriage, and the midgets. Of course, you can keep the marriage down low these days if you want to, but the mortgage is certainly going to cost you a hell of a lot, and the kids probably even more. But it can get even harder for people when they've got infertility and they're having to go down that IVF route. I had a couple come in as a client recently, and they were really struggling with what it was going to cost them and how to budget and plan for it. And it's really hard because you really don't know how much it's going to cost you, but it is good to know what you're in for. So I went through them with it because I have been lucky enough to achieve, receiving 2 beautiful little boys through the process of IVF with my partner. So I just thought I'd break it down for those potentially going through the same thing on here on a piece of paper. Let me show you. So the basic gist of it is, after about 12 months of trying, I mean, technically you can be diagnosed with infertility. Sometimes it's explained, sometimes it's not. But regardless, that might mean you have to go down the track of IVF. Now, when you rock up to your fertility doctor, what they're going to want to do is they're going to want to put you through the full cycle to start with. Now, that's going to cost you around $11,000 up front. You've got to have that money to cough up. And what they're going to do there, obviously, is going to take an egg and some sperm, and they're going to try and create some embryos out of that. So hopefully that's what you achieve by doing that. You get a rebate of around $5,000, although in my experience, that didn't come in until about a month after. So you've got to have the cash there, and maybe about $600 in meds each cycle. Now, there might be a couple of other ancillary appointments and stuff like that might cost you a little bit more, but that's the basic gist. Now, if that results in a successful pregnancy, then congrats. Well done. I'm really happy for you. But if not, then it's going to depend on how many embryos you have left. And if you have 0, unfortunately, that means you have to start again from here. It's a really tough pill to swallow. But if you do have 1 or more left over, then you can transfer the next embryo that came from that first cycle. And that's going to cost you about $3,000, about $600 worth of meds, and you're going to get about a $700 rebate. There are additional costs that can come up. Your doctor can prescribe things, they can suggest things. There might be a few things, but they're the main things. So for some, they cough up the net, $6,000 to $7,000 here. A couple of times, they have a few successful pregnancies, they do really well. Good on you. But for others, it can run up to 50, 60, 70,000, and it's really hard to budget for you. So if you know anyone going through it, give them as much love and empathy as you can. Just hang in there if it's you going through it. I really feel for you. Feel free to drop a comment if you want to ask any questions or clarify anything any further.